Hi guys, it's Kimberly. Welcome back to the Illumin Guru. I'm standing up and in a different setting in my office because the light is just pouring in here, and I was trying to make the video and I had like so many shadows on me that anyhow, so I'm just going to stand up and talk to you this way. You can see I've got a pet TP back here for my cats. It's kind of fun. So anyhow, I have a little bit of a cold, so I apologize for that. I may sound a little nasally. And I am such a homeopathic person, and it occurred to me, I'm like, maybe I should share some of my homeopathic recipes on the Illumin Guru, Facebook and Instagram page. So I shared a green juice elixir that I use to combat like sinus infections and colds, and it works amazingly. I've actually avoided antibiotics for 3 or 4 years just using this. It tastes good, and it will kick anything. So those of you who are into high vibrational living and healthy, holistic eating and being and lifestyle, I will try to remember now to start incorporating that into the Illumin Guru information on social media and stuff like that, because I have tons of recipes and tons of homeopathic alternatives that I'd love to share with you. Sometimes I forget that that's part of our holistic approach here, and I forget that you guys might want that information too. So I'll try to do a better job at sharing that this year. So this video I wanted to make, and by the way, those of you who are newly subscribed and just getting familiar with my videos, I'm a soul coach and intuitive advisor. I help twin flames and those along the ascension journey get further along on their enlightenment path and clear the blocks in their pathway and reach new levels of awareness and joy in their journey. So if you're desiring to work with me at all in private session or through some of the programs or classes I have going on, which there's a bunch in January, you can check that all out on the Illumin Guru it's theilluminguru.com on the website. So this video I wanted to make is about true self-authenticity. So true self-authenticity. So what is that? True self-authenticity is when we have discovered who we are at the soul level, and we are acting in alignment with that authenticity. So what keeps us out of alignment with that? And this is such a great time to be talking about this. So often it's our wounding, our societal beliefs, the perceptions of us that were made by our families as children. It's all of those things that have contributed to an imbalance of our polarities. And it's through the imbalance of the polarities that we express things out of alignment with our true self, with our authentic self. So true soul authenticity would be identifying what is authentic, claiming those traits, and then acting in alignment. And so that takes some refinement, that takes some practice. So I'm bringing this up because over the past week or so, especially coming off the holidays, I'm hearing a lot of instances in which clients, spent time with their family or spent time with their twin flames and really felt like, why isn't this working for me? And when I'm hearing it, I'm going, okay, it's because there's like an energetic wobble in your vibration, because you're acting out of alignment with what you're feeling inside. And until you line up with it, things aren't going to go right. Things aren't going to flow. And or you won't achieve the desired result, the desired treatment, the desired manifestation, the desired way of being that you're craving, that you're wanting, because you're out of alignment with it. So when we're out of alignment with who we desire to be or how we desire to be treated, we are in essence leading a double life from a vibrational standpoint. And so vibrationally, basically it's a big contradiction. It's like a big vibrational fuck, pardon my French, but that's what it is. So basically it would be like saying, I desire to be, fully in my power and to be heard, and I want everyone's eyes in the room to listen to, to look at me and listen to me, and I want to, feel that importance. you know, when I'm with my family or when I'm with my friends or whatnot. That's what you're desiring. But from the inside, you're feeling like you're not lining up with your own value. You're not lining up with, you're not feeling so important yourself. You might be feeling insecure. You might be feeling nervous or fearful, or just really like tapping into all your self-doubts and insecurities that haven't been healed. So even though you're desiring to express your power and to command that type of, you know, attention and positive engagement with others, you aren't, you know, lining up with it within yourself. So then you're seeing it reflected to you outwardly and you're going, what the heck? That's not what I desire. Okay, does that make sense? So until we line up with it within ourselves, we can't create it in our outward world. We're not going to see it, you know, reflected back to us. And that's with all manifestation. It's like manifestation without alignment is mixed messages. So if you are wanting to manifest something to the universe, but you're not lining up with that, you're sending out mixed signals. Does that make sense? It's almost like, I think I used something in a client session this week where I said, like, when we keep doing the same things over and over again and we're blaming others, like, so say we're like, okay, just take the example with our families, because we all just spent time with our families pretty much over the holidays. Let's just say we desire, like I said, to be validated, to be heard, to feel like what we're saying is important. But what we're receiving is that our families are steamrolling over us. They're not listening to us. They're laughing or making fun of us. They're not taking us seriously. They're thinking we're the weird ones or the black sheep. And so you're looking around and going, why do they do this to me? Why do they do this to me? Why is this happening to me? But it's like, it's almost the definition of insanity, because we keep going in with the expectation of, oh, they're going to see me for who I am, or they're going to, you know, get in alignment with the way I feel because I know I have this power from within. But then we go into it and then we just end up feeling like crud. They just make us feel like shit, right? And we're like, well, why does this keep happening? Why does this keep happening? Why don't they take me seriously? So I would say in that with that example, usually the reason is because you're not validating yourself. You've got the insecurities that are in active vibration, that are emitting a signal out there. Your family or whomever's around you is feeding off of that, and they're reflecting that back to you. And what you'll find is when you get in energetic alignment with yourself, who you truly are, when you're out of the fear, when you're out of the insecurities, when you're just trusting, when you're in a state of peace with who you are, others will jump on your bandwagon. You won't be chastised. You won't be judged. You'll see, even family, friends, they won't think you're crazy. They won't steamroll over you. You'll be able to hold your power in a new way. And so any place that we're rejecting ourselves from within will create that dissonance. That in psychology they say cognitive dissonance, where it's like we're desiring one thing and yet we're feeling one way inside and we're acting another way outside of ourselves. It's the same thing of saying, like, I feel good and powerful when I'm on my own, but yet I can't hold that power with others. It's the same exact example, because it's like you're not all the way connected to your power. And so in that way, you're not able to hold it in the presence of others, especially those who challenge you. So how do we stop leading the double life? And how do we get rid of this wobble in our energetic vibration? And how do we line up with true self? So the first ways that I teach to line up with your authenticity is to identify, places where you admire others or feel that tug of admiration towards another feminine or another masculine. What are those qualities that you're admiring? And then try them on, practice them, step into them, because that is actually true self-remembrance. Anywhere where we're admiring is where you are actually remembering who you are at the true soul level, at your true self. And it's just aspects of yourself that you have not claimed yet. So it's that admiration that we feel, or that tug, that resonance, that's like that big blinking light going, hello, pay attention to me, step into this quality, try it on. Now, that's easier said than done, though, because those qualities may have been something that we abandoned from our wounding as children, or that we never claimed in this lifetime, or that we abandoned through past life traumas. These may be qualities that we've never tried on before, ever. We're just feeling envious of others, like they have something that we don't have, but that's not true. And in fact, wherever you're feeling that tug, it is there for you to claim it and make it authentically your own. And so you've got to just practice trying those qualities on for size, defining them, recognizing them, gaining awareness towards them, and then trying them on. And for many of us, if we're used to acting, let's say out of, in the extreme polarities, where we're acting out of defense, fear, having our guards up, protecting ourselves, needing to be independent, or, some of the masculine I hear, like, needing to be the man, or like, having the ego front, like not wanting to show sensitivities. These are all places where we can step more fully into our authentic selves. In that way, the polarities will begin to balance naturally, because what happens is the old facades, the old ways of being begin to fall away. But we must recognize where we're fronting, so to speak, or where we have ego attachment, or where we have the fear, where it's stemming from within us, that's making us act out of alignment from our true self. And anytime that you're in fear, you cannot be in love. And anytime you cannot be in love, you cannot be in alignment with source and with your true soul self, soul authenticity. So in order to be in alignment with true soul authenticity, we must be in a state of love, of unconditional love for ourselves, for others. And what also invokes the swinging of this pendulum and these polarity splits, where you're swinging from unhealthy masculine behaviors to unhealthy feminine, where you're either having a really triggered, screaming, shouting reaction, or you're like not in your power. And so many of you come to me and you say, I'm struggling with this. Why doesn't anyone take me seriously? And then when they don't, or like they steamroll over you, or they don't take you seriously, then you get mad and defensive and angry, and you go into false masculine. And it's like, when really you want to be in that place in between, which is calm and poised and not triggered and non-reactive, and holding your power and commanding the engagement and the presence that you deserve. But that takes lining up with your values from within, and that takes healing the insecurities, and that takes the recognition and awareness of where we're acting or expressing out of alignment with our true soul self. So all of these things we are going to cover in depth in my January 11th workshop. It's called Balancing the Polarities and Harnessing Your Divine Power. So it's for the feminine and the masculine. Anyone can join this workshop. It's only $25. There's a bunch of spots left. It's January. Things are getting off to a slow start. I hold this workshop periodically throughout the year. I'm tweaking it a little bit now. In the past, I've held it primarily for the feminine. Now it's like open to the feminine and masculine. So if you're wondering how to balance the polarities, come into alignment with your authentic self, and, really, really harness your power, get rid of this wobble, get rid of this energetic mixed messages and this double life thing that we do when we're acting out of alignment with who we really are. This is the workshop to take part in. And this is perfect because it really is timing with what's happening cosmically, what we're being called to look at collectively right now, and through the gateway on 1/11. So you can sign up for that on the website, theilluminguru.com. I wanted to give you a little bit of background on that and call your attention to it. And if you have comments or questions, type them below the video. I'll try to answer you. And I'll see you guys soon, okay? I'll see you in the workshop on January 11th. Okay, mwah. Bye, everyone.